Why, hello, everybody, and welcome to Tarot with an Attitude. I am your host, the Reverend Rob Lee. Wow, bangarang. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am glad to be back. We are here, and Mr. Bruce and Miss Bridget, aloha and howdy. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Let's see what's going to happen. You know, I've been doing a lot of shows and things like that, and been kind of anxious to get back to doing what I started with this, and that's getting live and doing these things live. Hi, Donna. Glad to see you. Welcome aboard. Welcome in. Bangarang. We're going to see if we can't get the Bangarang tribe going again, whatever. But at this point, I'm just happy to be able to start talking to people, sharing things with people, and getting some things moving. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to start doing this live every Monday and Wednesday night at 7 p.m. So make sure that you jump in. We're going to answer questions, do some things. You're going to learn more about me. I'm going to learn more about you, and we are going to get some things started. We are going to do things a little differently than when I did them a year or so ago. We're going to have some specific topics. And tonight, as you saw, it's going to be talking about reclaiming your happiness, finding joy. Or if you're in that state already and you're like, Rob, how do I maintain it? We're going to talk about all of that, and we're going to see what happens. We're going to be around for a while. So as you come in, if you post a question, let me know, and we're going to see what happens, and we will get to it. Gnostic TV Network, my friends, how are you? Welcome, Bangarang. Glad to see you here. Hey, what's happening? Jay and April, good to see you. Okay, so let's get this party started. All right. Do a little whoop-de-doo here with the cameras, and we're going to get started. The deck I'm going to be using tonight will be the Lost Tarot. It was a Kickstarter deck my wife got for me, and I just flat fell in love with it. I loved it. Put it up for a while, and then all of a sudden it grabbed me, and I have not been able to let it go. So I'm going to use this. Have an Oracle card deck, too, that's fairly new to me, called Wild Woman Rising. So this is going to be something you're going to want to see. I might throw some of those in here or whatnot. These are great cards, great decks. The Kickstarter deck, Lost Tarot, you can go to the Lost Tarot, look it up. She was sold out, wasn't going to do anymore. Now I've read that she is going to do this deck again. It's just taking some time. So if you want this deck, if you like this or got any questions, just put them in the comments and let me know. One of the key things we're going to talk about, and I want people to understand, is happiness is a place, a frame of mind, and it wraps around gratitude and understanding. It's separating wants and needs, and that's what we're going to see. Okay. So when I first drew this, I didn't just pull this at random. I asked the cards, what topic would it like to have tonight? And it gave me the Page of Cups, which talks about young love, being happy. And what I really got from it was that being vibrant again and learning how to enjoy life, live, and jump in. Deborah, good to see you. Wow, Bangarang, tribe starting to form. I have missed this so much. And there's my baby doll, Miss Gillian Lee. Say hi to everybody. Everybody say hi, Miss Gillian. All right, here we go. Let's see what's going on. So we're going to take this, and I want to show you right now. I'm asking Spirit right up front to say, where do we start with this? What is happiness? How does it work? And what is your message, okay, to the people about happiness and joy? So we're going to start taking a look at this. And the first card off the deck is going to be the light card. Now, I might have to start and stop this camera. Sometimes it goes out of focus. What we have here is the Magician, and that's what I'm going to do. Let's remove it, and let's go here, come back here, see if that clears it up. All right, and no. So I'm going to shut off that camera, and let's get started again. Naturally, it is, on. Everything was working great, everything fine, and then guess what? Something happens. Here we go. All right, so extra camera. There we are. Let's see what we've got now and share. All right. Yeah, this is going to be much better. We have the Mage, the Magus, the Magician, or whatnot. Folks, When we talk about happiness, the key thing Spirit wants you to know is you have been given, you have the power. Everything you need to be happy is within you. Notice the mage, second card of the major arcana, but it is number one. The fool is zero. He's kind of our champion running through learning. He's the subject of the story. And the first person he meets is the mage. And the mage is talking about that everything we need, the universe has given us. A lot of times we sit back, and this goes for manifesting, it goes for happiness, it goes for a lot of different things. And one of the things we have to realize is, I hear people all the times, the universe wants, the universe, like the universe has a divine, guess what? The universe is energy. God is energy. The universe, the cosmic energy that's out there, doesn't want anything, but it's giving all of the resources that you can use and have, and it's up to you to use them. Grab that energy, how you shape your life, stay in control. The mage is here to talk about it's up to you. It's up to all of us. It's up to each and every individual to maintain our happiness, find our happiness, and reclaim our happiness within whatever situation we are in. And that being said, we have that followed by the Three of Swords. Too many times we get caught looking in the past and worrying so much about not getting hurt again, about who we've hurt, being hurt, pain, trauma, things, that it keeps us from moving forward. The mage is here to say, yes, these things hurt. Okay. Yes, they are, but you're building your own wall and blocking out your happiness. Because one of the key things is to learn to be able to look at this. And the swords is all about in the head, being mental, taking that one big look and saying, okay, I have to remove my emotions from this, because a lot of times you will see the sword stuck in a heart, and look at this thing logically. All I can do is apologize. All I can do is forgive. All I can do is move on. There's nothing. You can't reclaim yesterday. Once you apologize to somebody, if it's you that you need to forgive yourself, but then move on. My wife and I have this thing where if we have an argument, I will say I'm sorry, but then I will move on. If she wants to continue to be pissed, that negative energy is on her. It's not on me. She doesn't do that too often. I'm probably more guilty of it than she is. But this is what you need to say is, once I've gotten into this relation with somebody and either party has hurt the other one, if you're putting all of your energy into that negativity, you will not be able to sustain happiness. And the universe, like I said, will give you everything you ask for. So it's going to start pushing that pain and agony more. It's going to keep that coming back at you because it thinks this is where we're concentrating. The ideal way to happiness is to remember, A, it starts with you, your own happiness, not what you have, not what you've been given, not what you want, not what you need, but being able to look and have a total feeling of gratitude for the things that you should be thankful for. We lose sight of them. Particularly in our country, we become jaded to different things and the beautiful things that we have all around us. No matter what state we're in, we do forget that sometimes, and we forget we need to move on. Thank you, Don. I appreciate that. You know what? We've got here the 10 of Swords. A lot of swords here, and I want you to think about this. Happiness is a state of mind. Happiness is an emotion. And what did I say? It was with the cups. But we're getting a lot of swords here. This is your upper conscious, your communication, that analytical mind, and feeling stabbed in the back. Oh, Rob, well, how can we be happy when we've been stabbed in the back? Because guess what? That person has generally declared themselves. You've declared yourself, and now things can move on. They're not hiding in the shadows. Things aren't happening. The 10 is there to remind you that something is coming to an end. So maybe what we're looking at here is you need to lay your burdens down, put them down to allow something new and a new way to communicate, a new way to think about things, just to pour in and allow spirit to bring that to you. We're going to keep going here. The look at this, 7 of Swords. Okay. All swords, everything in the head, everything in communication. How many times have we let other people dictate our happiness and it held us back? How many times has the crowd decided for me how I should feel or what I should do? And you know what's funny? If you watch the movie, The Social Media, okay, you'll learn the guy who created the thumbs up button, all right, for Facebook, for all the different things, was merely giving away in his mind for people to be supportive. All right. They had no idea that not receiving it would be such a psychological driver. And how many times have you posted something? Have you seen something? Or you know what? You got 96% of everybody liked what you did. They put it out or whatnot. But you spent your time worrying about the 4%. You know what? 96% of the people like me. I'm golden. I don't care what everybody else thinks. Okay. We are doing this and we do this so much that we worry about, for some reason, our society. Hi, Teresa. Welcome in. Our society is sitting here worrying about what we get so caught up in wanting everybody to like us. We forget nobody has to like us. And what our mage is saying, nobody has to like you in order to be happy. It's within you. It's within your own. Take a look at these cards. One of the things is we allow people, and yes, we allow people to steal our happiness, okay? Because only I can choose whether to be happy or not. You can't choose to be happy for me, all right? I know a lot in April and Jay and Gnostic TV. When you go on there and listen to their manifestation things, you will hear, okay? My manifestation, what I bring into this world, it's on me. It's not on you. It's not on my wife. It's not on my kids. It's how I deal with it. Why are we allowing other people to steal our joy? One of the things to think about here is sometimes they do it secretly. The 7 is about making decisions, okay? Swords, again, air, communication. But the 7 of Swords always talks about being sneaky, all right? And one of the things in my interviews you will hear with Laura Van Tyne, if you go back and look at some of those shows, okay? Dark forces will work, okay, to keep you unhappy so they can feed on that negative energy. They will put things in your way, okay? Sometimes there are things that are happening that you're not aware of until it's too late. Guess what? That's life. That's what we said we were here to learn. We want to learn these secrets. We want to learn these tricks, these things that's going on. Guess what? We are humans having a spiritual experience. We are spirits having a human experience. This is very important as you go forward. When you're wondering why you can't be happy, how do I maintain it? We do this. What I want to tell you is, what are you filling your day with? Are you inadvertently concentrating on everything negative? And I'm talking about from conspiracy theories all the way down to true crime, things like that. What are you putting in your head that's going to make you stray from that happiness zone? Teresa asked the questions, what about being nervous about going live for the first time on YouTube? Let me tell you something, okay? You know what? My wife will tell you, she remembers the first time I went live on YouTube, Teresa, and Jay and April would tell you, I rented an office, set up a studio. I'm a perfectionist. Everything has to be perfect for it to go. And Teresa, you're asking a good question. And you know what? I'm going to pull some cards directly for you. for that. If you're looking at going live, and put in there, where are you going live? What are you going to do? We need to know that. Okay. But one of the things I had to finally realize, okay, was, and I had an old CEO who really liked me of a very large call center. I'm very successful, told me this: in business, 80% is 100%. And I want you to think about it. If any of you have ever tried to hang wallpaper, okay, I'm going to do this for a second while I talk to you, and then we'll get into that reading for Teresa, okay? You know, if any of you ever tried to hang wallpaper or do something meticulous, at some point you're trying to make everything perfect. And when you make a mistake, when you try to fix that mistake, you cause something else to go wrong, and you're constantly chasing it. So therefore, if you wait till everything's 100%, you will not get started. 80% in school and anything we do is a B. Okay. Above average, get started. All right. These are the thoughts, that happiness of worry, of stress, of anxiety. Anxiety is worrying about tomorrow. Okay. What's going to happen in the future? Stress is about what happened in the past. So let's take up to, yes, Teresa, exactly right. It is the ripple effect. So for Teresa, one of the things I've got here, and I showed people, I've got I'm going to bring this up. Okay. I've got an Oracle deck that I got not too long ago. The cards are still stiffer now. Okay. That's called Wild Woman Rising. And something told me to have this deck ready tonight. So it's here, and here we go. So we're going to talk about that. Let's bring this up. Okay. Bring the camera back in. Oh, let me get over here so we can set things up right. There we go. All right. So, Teresa, I'm asking, what is it that you need to know about going live? All right. And look at what we get here. Listen the world open. Listen to your heart. Listen to your intuition. Listen to those things. Be still. Notice she's not talking, but she's allowing spirit to bring things into her. You need to listen the world open. Now, ironically, this is a 19. 1, meaning you, the individual. 9 is manifesting. It's bringing things into light. 1 and 9 are a 10. Okay? The 10 breaks down to a new beginning. You can't start unless you start. You got to start moving forward. So what we're going to do here is I'm also going to pull some cards. Hey, Christina, how are you? Glad to see you. Everybody, that's my daughter. Welcome aboard. Glad to see you. Okay. Teresa, we're going to ask about, what you need to know, what you need to do. So listen the world open. What I'm really picking up and what's hitting me hard, okay, is slow down. Time to listen, pay attention. Get out of that frenetic, trying to make everything perfection mind. Get out of the motion and be still and listen. And you will know exactly what to do and exactly what to say. And in my story, what happened was, Teresa, everybody was waiting for me to go live. And one day I went down to the office and I'm staring at the equipment, and Spirit just said, you know what? Pull the bandage off, do it. And I sat down and went live. My wife was like, I thought you were going to tell me when you were going live and everything else. I said, I just got to do it. Once you start rolling with it, put it in motion. If I had not have waited, again, the mage, it's within me to push this over the edge. Spirit gave me everything I needed. But if I didn't act on it, it's on me. So everything was frozen in time because I wasn't doing anything. Teresa, 6 of Swords. Here we go. Back in the, y'all saw me shuffle, been seeing me shuffle. A lot of tonight about happiness and joy. We want to talk about the heart, and it always makes us feel like, what do we do? Get that warm, mushy feeling. But a lot of that starts in our head, in our analytical mind. What can we control? What is not in our control? What has worked? What's not worked? Don't let your mind drag your ass around. You take your mind around. The Six of Swords here, Teresa, is talking about victory. Sixes are always about breakthroughs, victories, finding your way. Six of Swords. In this deck, a lot of times that means something really didn't work and you're trying to make something happen, but it's okay to set your sights on something, keep focused, and move directly for it. New heights, new worlds, new imaginations. You know, that's what's going on. Get your brain in gear and say at some point, I have to take control. Yeah, let my heart take control. You need to get in control of everything and not let the emotions stop you or keep you from doing and meeting your joy and finding your joy. If that's it, look here. Here's that one card I was talking about, the Nine of Swords. This is my anxiety card. All right. This is the card that I talk to people about we spend so much time worrying, we're sitting here not moving. All right. And in happiness, where the happiness comes into play, here's what I tell people all the time. I want you to think about it. When you're worried about it failing, all right, if you're worried about it not happening, something not working, scared, okay, you're already living in that reality. So you might as well go ahead and do it, because the worst thing that can happen is you succeed. You're already living in that reality. So why not prove it wrong or look for the way to change it? So let the anxiety go, okay, and understand some of this is all there for you. Look at here, Ace of Wands. This is going to launch something for you, Teresa, where you can start something new, a project. This is your will. This is a desire that you want to do. Yeah, it's time for it to start. Get this ball rolling. That's what's happening. Three of Cups. People will celebrate with you. It's going to be time for a party. People will help you. They're going to be glad. And you know what? You're actually going to be an encouragement to others. This is going to be huge for you. So make sure you understand that that's what people are looking for you, and they want you to succeed. All right? That's it. Don't let fear, some of y'all have heard me say I have two acronyms for fear. One is fear. And in dealing with opioid addicts and AA and all that stuff, they will tell you fear means false evidence appearing real. We have to worry about what evidence that we have made real that's not real. All right. The other acronym I have, and y'all know me, pardon my expression, fuck everything and run. Okay. If a snake walks in, comes crawling into this room, all right, I'm out of here. Guess what? Gone. See ya. That's not false evidence. So what I'm telling you is here, you need to take some time, okay, to take the blindfold off and look at what is real, what is binding you. If you notice our girl here, this is our stress card, the Eight of Swords, okay? And yes, this message is for everybody, okay? Once you unbind yourself and you take a look at what is real and what's not real, you'll be able to walk right out of your trap and again begin to move forward. Wow, bangarang. That's cool. I love that. Those are some crazy things. So I'm going to let me do it this way so I don't mess up my camera again. I'm going to go here. We're going to start shuffling. I'm going to mix some of these cards in or whatnot. Has anybody got any questions? Yes, she's got it. Thank you, Gillian. I appreciate it. All right. All right. Anybody else got anything they want to talk about? Or I'm going to get back on to I'm going to channel spirit here. Okay. That's, and let's see what's going on. Let me have a sip of my coffee. Yes, Bridget, I'm drinking caffeinated coffee. All right. At this time of night. And we are not in a hurry. I'm not going to let anybody run us, race us, or anything else. So here we go. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a minute. And I'm going to channel spirit here. I'm going to find out where I put this deck. All right. I'm going to channel spirit here for a minute. I'm going to allow myself, and this is something I talk about all the time, of allowing things to come in. And sometimes, no matter what we're doing, we need to be still. Okay. So we can hear. so we can feel, so we can see some things. So I'm asking Spirit as we continue on, people, we were here talking about happiness and joy. What is it that you, Spirit, want us to know? Where do we go from here with this? What is happening? All right. For those of you who are in the room, pop in, say hi. Okay. I know there's more people here than what are talking. It's okay. If you got a question, pop it in, or at least just say be hi. We'd love to hear you. Rob, okay, here we go. Well, I'm going to do this. Donna, I'm going to finish where I was going. But Rob, do you see anything for me starting my healing business? All right. Donna, that's a great question. All right. What I'm going to do right now, I am going to ask Spirit real quick, okay, what Spirit wants us to do. All right. What's one of the big things Spirit wants us to know? Oh, wow. Y'all are going to freak when you see this card. Okay. Go here, remake this whole layout. We have the 10 of Cups. Remember me talking about 10, something coming to an end, something beginning? This is like what my wife calls the Hollywood ending. Okay. Joy is meant to be for everybody, and it's meant to be searched for. How many of us are waiting on joy? It's out there, but what are you doing to go get it? What are you doing to receive it? What are you doing? It is a never ending journey for joy. 10 of Cups. All right. The love, the happiness, the joy, everything. A journey's in. They've arrived, but have they arrived? They have to go down into the valley, into this beautiful valley. This is what they're doing. This is a beautiful card. Okay. And let's see what's going on. Okay. The Hierophant. One of the, wow. Okay. Thank you. Spirit is telling me through the Hierophant and what's going on here is one of the things you need to understand is, I'm trying to say how to put this and put it in the right way. Okay. What you need to understand is there are tried and true mechanisms. And sometimes we get so far away from tradition, from rituals, things like that, that can be costly. But sometimes we get bound to them as well. Look at what you're doing. Ask for guidance. Look to Spirit. Ask your spirit guides. Spirit will give you the conscious answer. Okay. Notice I'm saying spirit, not the universe. There are spirits that are here to help you, your angels, your guides, God the Father, God the Mother, God the Spirit, God the Son, Mother Earth. These things are here to help you. And sometimes we just forget to ask until we're in trouble. So from there, you always have to remember things are changing. Things will always change. We get so fraught and wrapped up in what's changing right now. But guess what? If everything's perfect, it's never going to stay perfect. You have to learn to be happy, even in the change. Come rain or shine, rich or poor, happiness is up to you. Okay, Donna, let's take a look. All right. I'm going to bring these over here like this and kind of mix them in. So if they come up together, all right. All right. All right. Rob, do you see anything for me starting my healing business? All right. Donna, starting your healing business. You know what, Donna? If you're a healer, one of the things is, and you're doing it in the right heart, mind, the right place, things like that, guess what? You can't fail. But again, what do you feel? What do you see as success? So a lot of that's going to be, where you're at, what's going on. So Donna wants to know about anything for her healing business. And let's take a look and see where that goes. Okay. Here we are. Donna, your first light card. Oh, yes. New trip, something new. And thank you, Spirit. The Fool is a sign of purity. All right. And I find that absolutely funny that one of the things I said and that I got was, are you coming at this business from a place of pure heart? All right. It's time to take the journey. Something new is beginning. Now, if you notice in this Fool card, all right, don't carry a lot of baggage. All right. Don't try to keep everything. Make sure everything is just take what you need and leave everything else. Make sure it's what you need. You ever watch Tiny House, Donna? All right. Tiny House Nation, whatever it is. And they make them pare down. I used to love that. Okay. You got to pare down what you're bringing into this healing business, expectations, whatnot, fears, things like that. Okay. This is exactly what you need. And in this Fool card, we have the alligator. And in a lot of times, this reptile, this large reptile, well, this is a crocodile. Okay. Florida boy, I can tell the difference between an alligator and a crocodile. All right. This crocodile represents fear. And don't let fear keep you from making your trip. This is fixing to start. It's a good time to start. You need to move. And whatever you're second guessing in your head, you need to stop it. The Page of Swords. Have you studied? Do you know everything you need to do? Do you know what? Remember, 80% is 100%. Okay. Have that thirst. The page is always about that young, uh, spirit, that teenage to young adult. When we know everything, we're going after it or whatnot. And the Page of Swords is that kid that wants to learn how to compete, how to do it, and how to do everything right. Okay. Have that passion. Make sure you know what you're doing. If you need to start on one thing and get it perfect before you move on to the next, then so be it. But you're able to move and get started. And what I'm getting is Earth is going to supply you everything you need because swords is an air sign. And if you look here, we've got this beautiful, huge oak tree and everything touching into the ground. You need to make sure that you stay grounded. Okay. As you begin this new journey and you start this business, grounding is going to be key. You might have a tendency to get off in the weeds, things like that. But this reading here is saying, Donna, stay grounded. Keep things where they ought to be. Know what you're doing. But the Knight of Coins is here to say it's time to move forward. Knights are always about movement. Okay. And this is in the physical world. This is something you need to stop dreaming about. Put some feet to your prayers, as the old joke goes, and start moving forward on your dream. Notice you may need to ask for help. You may need some help getting this thing started. Notice our knight here. And we always think about knights charging in, but when they get on their horse, they're so weighted down with armor, they need other people, the pages, to help them up, get seated or whatnot. But the fight is yours. The pages don't run after him. They wait till his fight's over to either go help him clean up, pick up his body, or help wave the victory banner. This is what I'm seeing here for you. It is time for you to get started. It's time for you to move, time to keep grounded in everything you do when you think about it and not let fear. There's something that's been holding you back, all right? And the 8 of Cups is saying it is time for you to let some of that stuff go and march toward your goal. If there's something that's been holding you back, I'm going to take a drink. And this is not alcohol. This is a sour apple water mix. Excuse me. I'm sorry. All right. But there's something that's been holding you back that doesn't serve your higher good. And Donna, what I'm seeing is here, it's time for you to release that and let it go. Set your sight on where you want to be, all right, and go there. It's time for you to go there. Here we go. We have another knight. Notice this Knight of Swords is not even on a horse. He's not moving. Have you got a strategy? Have you got a plan? You know what you're doing? Once you have that strategy, once you have that plan, it's time to move forward and get things going. Donna, this is great. For the final card, fortitude, strength, 8. 8 can be about learning. 8 can be about teaching. All right. The number 8. The 8 is also in the details. Creative. Think about that. Flip it upside on its side. You've got the infinity symbol things. It's creativity. But this strength is also found, and I did a reading on strength the other day that I never posted. Strength is about forgiveness, kindness, okay, and moving forward. It's time for you to, it's not about being fierce, okay, but it's time. Maybe it's time for you to forgive yourself for something, forgive somebody else. All right, let some things go, stop being afraid, move forward, and guess what? Then when it's time to unleash that beast, let her go. Donna, you got this, okay? You have this. Spirit, I'm asking you now, put your arms around Donna. Angels, gather around her. Put your wings around her. Make her feel your presence, your very presence. Yes, that's it. Guides, pull close to Donna so she can know you've got her back. This is a new thing. She's a healer. She knows she's a healer and a healing light. And in today's world, people will accuse us and make us feel less than who we are. Donna, those people don't matter. You do what you do. Okay. So mote it be. All right. Wow. That was pretty big, Donna. All right. That's good. Great. Any other questions, Donna? Anybody else got any questions before we move on? All right. Some more people have come in. They're just not chatting, and that's okay. Hey, everybody. Bangarang. You know, so we're talking about happiness, about joy. And sometimes we need to understand we've got happiness, we've got joy, but how do we maintain it? You know, oh, you're so welcome. You are so welcome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's what I'm here. I miss doing this. So, what I need everybody to do, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, ring the bell for notifications. I'm going to be back again with a different topic on Wednesday. In your comments, if you have something, a topic you would like for me to discuss, that's what I'm here for. Okay. This is what I want to do. I plan on doing a thing about, having people chill out from religion to tarot to spirituality. If you've got questions from a biblical standpoint about tarot, things like that, ask them. I'll be glad to answer them. Okay. And show you what I know and where we're going. Okay. So make sure you do that. Also, go sign up in the Tarot with an Attitude group. I'm going to be posting some stuff in there that, this is great, Teresa. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for Donna's sake. All right. And there we go. All right. Love it. Love it. Love it. Wow. The tribe coming together. Bangarang. Glad to see it. We just got to get this. And folks, I'm sorry. I got lost in doing a bunch of other things that we do, but I'm back. This is what I'm going to do. And this is where I'm at. This is where I'm happy. Okay. Is doing these lives and helping people step forward and finding their joy and their happiness, especially in times like this. That's so much going on in the world. Okay. So what are we supposed to do? Just be angry, be pissed, be miserable all the time? No, hell no. Okay. What's in my control? What's not in my control? It's not my control. Not my problem. I'll worry about it later. Okay. Let's see what happens. So again, let's go back to talking to Spirit. And I want Spirit, I'm genuinely asking for my guides to step close. Wow, something just came over here in my throat. And I'm really feeling constricted. Is something. How do you talk to yourself? How do you talk to other people? How do you talk about what is your Oh, here we go. What is your conversation filled with? Teresa Easley, good to see you. Oh my goodness, I had a hard time getting in. Thank you for the invite. Much love to you, and thank you for your energy. Teresa, thank you very much. We're talking about happiness. We're talking about joy, maintaining it, finding it, keeping it, fighting for it. What we need to do. If you've got any other questions or whatnot, drop them in there. We'll be glad to take a look, and I'll be glad to answer them. I'm not rushing for anybody. I haven't put a time limit on this thing. This is what we're doing. So yes, Teresa, thank you, thank you, thank you. Me too, Donna. I really appreciate it. One of the things that I was getting, okay, is what's coming out of our mouth. Is it constant negativity? I don't care if it's right or wrong. You may be 100% right that this is fucked up. That's wrong. This is bad. This is over here. You may be 100% right. How does that fit or build anyone, particularly yourselves, joy? That can't be all that's coming out of your mouth. And guess what? It can't be the dominant thing coming out of your mouth. Yeah, this is wrong. And we're going to take care of it. Okay. But in my life right now, man, Spirit's been so good, so blessed. And I know Spirit's going to take care of this, whatever its wrong problem is. See, mindset. And we gear ourselves in habit, all right, of what we allow our mind to dwell on. It is a habit of what we do. It becomes hard, things like that. So that's one of the things I'm picking up from Spirit. Really big is how you communicate. What you're communicating is as important to your happiness as anything else. All right. If I walked up and handed you $5,000, you will be happy for a minute. But 10 minutes later, if you're saying, I'm going to take this $5,000 and I'm going to use it to right this wrong, do this injustice, your intentions are good, but your focus is negative. It's wasted time, wasted energy, wasted money. Okay. That's what's going to happen. All right. So, Spirit, help us with this and what you're giving me about communication and why communication in this is so important. That's what I'm asking. So, here we go. The light card. Okay. Isn't that funny? 14, temperance. There's got to be balance in everything. Again, got to take a drink whenever we start talking about communication. Sugar-free, Jolly Rancher apple drink that you put in your water. It's fantastic. I love it. All right. You know what we're talking about here? Temperance. I challenge each and every one of you that are here that are listening. Whenever you talk about something negative, you need to immediately remember the old thing our parents used to say, said this was wrong. Now give me 3 things right. Okay. One of the things I learned in business. All right. I can tell you when something's wrong, but if I don't have a way to fix it, keep my mouth shut. This is what I'm trying to say in communication, temperance, the water, back and forth. Emotions are huge. You need to acknowledge them, but you got to stay grounded. What's within our control? What's not within our control? Those things are going to be huge. That's what we need to do. Okay. Balance is going to be, and when we look at balance at temperance, we have the 14. And what I want you to see here, this is kind of crazy. 1, being the individual. 4, building a solid base. You don't build a solid base in water. Okay. You build it on the ground. But we all love a house on the waterfront. Okay. Water is important. Those emotions, those things that are dear to us, that's where happiness lives, in the subconscious. All right. But there's got to be a balance. You can't put your house on a raft. We can all do the barge thing or whatnot and have a houseboat. If that's your gig, then go for it. But you have to move it during rough seas. You have to move it during bad weather. Temperance. 3 little pigs. If you go into the Bible, the rich man built his house, there we go, on stone, blah, 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 blah. What I'm trying to tell you is anything in excess is bad for you. There's always got to be balance. Now we're right back here. Oh, and what I was saying is 1 and 4. 1, that unity, that creation, that's you. 4, building a good base. But when you bring a 1 and 4 together, you get a 5. And that's when you have to get creative. That's also when conflicts can come, when you're trying to find balance or when you're out of balance. The 7 of Cups, we're back into that joy, that happiness. What does it take? And spirit is here to tell you when you communicate, you need to stop, engage brain, because you have a choice. We always have choices of what to say, what to do. I tell a story. Before I met my wife, I dated this young lady, and I got invited over. Her mother, her grandmother, her aunt, all Italian. Okay. And I didn't stay there very long because they all started talking, dee, 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 and I knew I was being checked out or whatnot. But the grandmother looked at me and started to say something. She said, "Now, I'm Italian, so you just have to forgive me for whatever's going to come out of my mouth, but I have to say it." And I looked at her and I raised my hand just like this. I said, "I don't have to forgive you." And she kind of looked at me and I said, "And you're responsible for what comes out of your mouth. So if you don't want to hurt somebody, you can't put a waiver out. But I'm going to tell you right now, it's my choice of whether to answer you or not. So now what were you going to say?" And everything came to a screeching halt. We have to remember, we have choices. What we say, what we do, where we go. And it's okay. One of the things the Seven of Cups is about is a reminder is it's okay to pick things that make you feel good. You don't always have to toe the company line, okay? Or the party line, whatever that may be for you. You have a right to make decisions. It is your responsibility to make decisions, okay? And you need to make them with you in mind, whether that be the repercussions or the rewards. That's funny. Teresa, what do you got here? This is what I'm working with. I keep reminding myself to turn the channel in my mind to a happy channel. Absolutely. But we've flooded it's very hard. And that's one of the things we're going to do. I tell you what, Teresa, we'll come back to that. How do we do that? Because one of the things that happens, and I taught this, it was huge in helping people with addictions when I ran a treatment clinic. One of the things is to remember we built a habit, and you can build a habit in your brain. And now you have to break that. And like you said, just reminding yourself, it is one of those things of now I've got to put a physical activity when I start having thoughts I don't want to have and going down a path. One of the things I will tell you is put a physical activity in it that you don't want to do, or change your body, do the breathing, and that way things will change. And I'll go into that in a minute. Okay. But that's a very good point, Teresa. Two of Cups in communicating. I see this to remember that sometimes when we think we're I'm telling the truth, I'm doing this, sometimes we hurt other people and we hurt the ones we love because they just want to be around you. We don't need to preach all the time. Sometimes we need to just embrace those we love and go, damn, I'm lucky to have you in my life. I am so grateful that you are here. Let's go to a movie. Let's talk. Let's watch this. Let's do that. And remember that those are the driving factors. At the end of the day, all the stuff we pile up, I used to make a joke, and some of you may have heard it. It's not my joke, okay? But I have yet to see a hearse legitimately pulling a U-Haul, okay? They're going to the graveyard with one thing in the back. You're dead ass, okay? Or that's going to the crematorium, all right? All this stuff in those last 30 seconds of life, I wonder how many of us are going to go, wow, all that energy wasted over here. And what did it matter at the end? I want 30 seconds to tell somebody, I love you. Don't waste that time now on anger. Don't waste that time on anything else. Spirit is saying it is time. We have a knight of shining armor. We can move forward. It is time, the Knight of Cups. It is time to get control of our emotions. Notice he's wading into the waters. Water is emotion, okay? But this water is still. This water is calm, all right? And he's turned his back on something and heading into what he loves. You've got to make that focus and it got to make that move. That's going to be important. So, Teresa, I understand where you're coming from. Okay. I keep reminding myself, I'm going to do this. I'm going to come out here and we're going to talk like this for a minute. Okay. All right. One of the things I remind people is, again, how many times we go through the day, or especially at night, we lay down and that hamster wheel starts. Your dog tired, you fell asleep on the couch. You know, my wife and I have been falling asleep on the couch. The first thing was The Mentalist. All right. We were so sad when it ended. We loved the ending, but now we're on to Lie to Me. Okay. But we fall asleep on the couch. All right. And one of the things we've had to learn is how to let go, because we'll wake up, turn everything off, get ready for bed. And then by the time you get to bed, your brain's going again. Okay. That's because of a habit that's been formed where we didn't take care of it. Now, like any other habit, we can break it. And Teresa, one of the things when I said about taking a physical action, some of y'all will remember this. Okay. And this is what's going to happen. Once you start seeing that, just start clapping your hands and going, no, it's time to be happy, because you have nothing that you're supposed to be clapping for. So you're taking control. Anybody that's listening, understand this is how you break a habit, particularly a mental habit. You interject it with a physical action, an alternative physical action that is not something you would normally do. And you give an affirmation of what you want behind it. That's going to be it. Teresa, have a wonderful night. Thank you for being here. Love you. Appreciate everything that you're doing. So Gillian, what'd you say? It's your own choice to choose joy or peace. Absolutely. And ultimately, that's right. Things do hurt us. Things hurt and pain is real. And honestly, if we're spiritual beings, having a physical presence, a human experience, isn't that what we're here for? Think about that for a minute. We hear that. It all sounds real good until we realize, I don't want pain. I don't want agony. Then why are we here? Why did we choose to come here? If you believe being here is a choice, then why did we make that choice? Because the only thing to be gained is hurt, emotions, feeling those emotions. And that means both sides. You can't have just one or the other. So that's what's going on. So, all right. Thank you for your patience. Let's see what's happening. All right. I'm being told right now to pull another. I might have to turn my little fan on over here. I'm getting hot. Let's take a look. I'm being told there's a message in the Wild Woman Rising cards. So let's see what's going on, where we're going with this. So this ought to be all right. What did I do? How did I do this? Oh, my wife heard me say that. She's up and she is turn my little fan on. Thank you. I appreciate it. A little more this way. Perfect. Thank you. All right. There we go. All right. Here we go. So, Wild Woman Tarot. Let's see what's happening. Y'all, make sure you share the video with at least one person. Just share it. Take the link, put it on your channel, on your Facebook, and share it. Okay? And find out what's going on. Help us out. All right? Help me out. All right? Here we go. So, the first card we have, I love this one. Bruce, if you're still here, Bruce will be cracking up. Fight like a girl. Okay? Any guys in the room will be like, yeah, we get all serious. We have strategy. Fight like a girl for your happiness. Fight like a girl for what you want to be. Because, ladies, you know what I'm talking about. Once it comes time for, as old Southern Baptists would say, for the laying on of the hands, meaning I'm going to kick your ass, okay? Women generally don't worry about fair. I hated breaking up fights between women when I was in police work. Despised it. Fingernails biting, hair pulling, yanking. Somebody was generally getting the shirt ripped off or something. because the whole intent was to hurt them, whether it was emotionally or physically. You want your happiness? This card is 13. Fight like a girl. 13, that death card, allowing something to go away and fight for what you want to keep. You want your happiness? That's what it's all about. Prowl with confidence. Notice, man, these are powerful cards. Prowl with confidence. We have the lioness here. And this priestess, as I see her, doesn't say she's a priestess. This card is the 10. Okay. So something coming to an end, manifesting, bringing it to an end. Okay. You know, an old joke, and I don't know if this is proper, improper, or whatnot. In the South, they used to say there's a difference between naked and naked. Naked, you ain't got no clothes on. Naked, you ain't got no clothes on and you're up to something. Prowl, you're moving around, move with a purpose, okay? But do so with confidence. Start your moving. Know what you're doing. Have faith in yourself. Be powerful. Look at the strength you have. When you don't think you have strength, you do. Realize it. Be that. Fight like a girl. You know, that's what, you know, Bruce, I told you he'd laugh. You know, that's what's going on. All right. But be confident. You have to know what's yours and what's not. Okay. That's, you know, it's a beautiful card. It is, Donna. It really is. I love these cards. All right. I just fell in love with them. And look at where this is going. Roar. Let the world hear you about your happiness, about your joy. This is what I'm going after, my joy. And sometimes roar might mean telling somebody, shut up, take your negativity and go away. All right. You're not going to ruin my ride. Get off my train. Okay. I'm not getting on yours. And guess what? I really don't want to hear what you have to say. Roar. I am powerful. I am great. I am grateful. I have all of these things. How wonderful life is. How absolutely wonderful life is. Roar. 22, the second of what they call angelic numbers. Okay. The repetitive numbers. Okay. 2 and 2. 2 is that duality. Notice, look at the power at everything we've got going here. Prowl with confidence, fight like a girl, roar. You know, don't purr, roar. 22. What is that duality within yourself? Is it a partnership with you? Is it a partnership with your spirit? All right. But it's doubled up with a 4. This is your base. 22. Man, think about that 2 multiplied by 2. That's what we're looking for. And these are the ways and the things that we are going to have to be able, all right, to maintain our joy. You know, ladies, one of the other thing I have here is engage compassion. When we're roaring, when we're moving around, we're prowling and everything else, there are times when we see something, we do need to remember compassion. Compassion is huge. Remember I talked about in strength, there's kindness? Spirit gave me that. It came out in my angel cards. Strength, fortitude. Man, sometimes it is so much easier to cut your enemies when they bare their soul, and you know that I can go in for the kill shot. To stop and have some compassion and realize, you know, they're just confused. I don't need to lay them open. All right. I don't need to take their head off. Somebody takes your head off. What happened? Why? May not be your fault. But we don't know what they went through that day or what else is always going through their mind. What's going on? So when you're setting forward, you still have to remember there's a balance. Remember that temperance card? Balance. Roaring, fighting, ready, compassion. All right. Maybe I need to stop, kneel down, and help somebody. The final card with this train of thought is going to be, wow, I like this one. 43. Tell your story. Note the webs, the work. All right. Tell your story. Speak up. Be you. Let the world know who you are, where you've come from, where you're going. All right. 4 and 3. 4, establishing a great base. All right. 3, creating something beautiful. 4 and 3 is that 7, making choices, stopping and looking and listening. Maybe somebody needs to learn from you. That's important. That is hugely, hugely important. All right. So now, with all that being said, okay, I'm going to take that now and we're going to just, has anybody got any questions, anything they want to ask or anything? Because at this point, what I'm going to do, I think I might be going to wrap some things up. Okay. Please do me a favor in the comments. Okay. Please give me some comments, what you think, what you know, what you want to hear about. All right. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the like button, ring the bell. But do me a favor, share this with somebody. Share it with somebody. We're building something here. I am trying to build something. Okay. And I need your help to do it. So hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the bell. Okay. But share, share, share. So, with all that being said, you know what? Take what you want, leave what you don't, but leave having experienced some peace, love, and light. Bangarang.